Shalom, family. Glory be to God. Blessed be the Lamb. Democracy. What is democracy from your perspective? What is this idea of a nation built, maintained, steeped in democratic principle? What is this democracy that you speak of? What is this freedom that you speak of? What is give and select to who they wish to select? Now you would think that pisses me off, but it actually doesn't. It actually doesn't. What pisses me off is that they won't own up to it. They won't own up to this is what's really going on. They won't own up to any part of it, like cowards. Cowards. They confer upon who they choose authority from a position of cowardice. Out and out cowardice. Lawyers. Most politicians are lawyers. They hijack the Congress and they hijack the Senate for themselves. For themselves, as if it's a part of their career path. I shit you not. As if it's a part of their career path. First, I'll become an attorney, and then I'll practice law, and then I'll go into politics. What the hell is that? They have hijacked the people's house. They have hijacked the people's house. And remember that this whole idea about counsel, law would not like me to do that. He's somewhere sipping on a martini right now. Sipping on a martini. Plus he was a lush, an obvious drunk. I'm just telling you what I know, and I ain't even got to the black ones yet, or the Hispanics ones yet, that I have known personally as attorneys, or the females yet that I've known personally as attorneys. They are just like regular members of society with the same hang-ups that everybody else got. Now they sitting their asses up there with them hang-ups, with them issues, with that hatred, writing what you have put forth. Not since the beginning. Ever. Stop playing. And this is where the rubber hits the road. Know why the rubber hits the road here? Because there's no end in sight. No end in sight. I'm 61 years old. Soon to be 62. Okay? All of my life, I've watched nothing but destruction at the hands of the U.S. government and white supremacy. Period. Starting with education. Part of my job is educating. That's part of it, is to bring you knowledge. Knowledge you can do something with. In 61 years, I've never seen them do anything favorable for black people. Ever. In fact, not only do they not do anything for you, but they destroy everything that you build, including your families, in any way they can, any plot, scheme. They did nothing. They did nothing. But yet that it was, ripping up the bricks. And when it was caught and demanded that those bricks be at least given back over. Now imagine, these are people right out of slavery. They had so much disregard for them that they, oh goodness gracious. I mean, anyway, they demanded that they return those bricks. Those bricks still, to this day, have not been returned because then you are alone. And then you at the behest of anyone who hates your ass, who hates you. So you getting killed right here in Houston. Body found, body found, body found. Yet they expect no response. They're not finding white bodies. They're not finding Hispanic bodies. They're not finding Asian bodies. They finding black bodies. Black bodies. What do you think that is? What do you think that is? In the meantime, while I've seen it with my own eyes, and not only that, not only was the strange fruit there, they were all at the base of the tree, glaring up at it, licking on the ice cream cone. Can you imagine that? Have your child witness that kind of shit and offer them a ice cream cone? Oh boy, you psychotic. You psychotic. But that's okay, because you're so psychotic, and you have so many people afraid of you that you already know the deal. I don't have to say no more. Go home. Here your money. Tell your mom to save it on to next class. Next class. You already own it. I shall not be taking your money today. I shall not be taking your money. At any rate, the city of Houston has done nothing but hurt black people. Harris County has done nothing but hurt black people. I don't care how many black council members you have, how many black, commissioners, court judges. It's never going to change unless you change it. Well, this is why I say it, and white and Hispanic, with the Hispanics barely hanging on. Barely hanging on. I'm telling you, barely hanging on. This is what gentrification does. It's meant to price you out. If you want to take that measly ass price that they're offering you for your property so that they can flip it and make 3 times that much, they'll watch you starve. They will watch it fall on the ground. They're all in on it. You ain't gonna get no loans. You ain't gonna get no kind of help because they want the property. Period. But we don't give a damn. And I done spent 15 minutes on absolutely nothing. I'll do it to you. Anybody who's seen you as an equal citizen would never do it to you. You see that they didn't do it to themselves. They chose you to do it to. You. Why do you think that is? Can we safely say because they hate you? Then they bring over more people that come from other countries that even hate the black people in their countries, and they bring them here. Can you imagine such a thing? You will never get out of this. That's why we don't get you out of it. That's why I'm not playing with these scoundrels over here. Not at all. I don't care. But the whole idea that you're going to pick up some black babies out of a black car and walk off with them into some stranger in the place because you feel like that they unsafe after you done kicked them out the unsafe place, you got me fucked up. When, man, we already know that your shooters, hangers, steal our organs and disappear our babies to this day. To this day. All under the guise of authority and 3-letter alphabet agencies. It is an executable offense. Please understand me. I mean no harm. I mean no disrespect. I mean to show love for my own. So it's everybody but black men who ain't gay. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you need homogenized, neutered men, then say so. Which is what you do need. You need men who think like women. In order to make this whole thing go, you need black men who think like women. Okay? And you made a damn good effort at it, too. You made a damn good effort. I'm proud of you. You gave the old heave ho. You put your heart into it. You are a predator. You are a predator. Understand this. Then had the nerve to call me that. They say that you are a predator. Yes. Yes. Now you're getting it. I'm apex predator though. I am the apex predator. All the rest of the predators, they just looking for meat. I'm not necessarily looking for meat. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. In fact, you won't find it. Maybe that's why everyone else here treats you like they do, because they know something you don't. You're not citizens, and they can have their way with you up until now. So I'm going to say this again. You might want to keep your hand off of us generally, but the whole idea of my baby looking up in your face, fucking adoringly, thinking that they're safe and fucking secure as you've ripped them from their mother, that is an executable offense. Understand this. Not just for you. Not you have also said that there's nothing we can do about it. That too, we accept this. But the whole idea that you done went so far now as to fuck with people pissing behind dumpsters and snatching babies out of cars from a sleeping woman, you got us fucked up. You got yourself fucked up. You really do. You really do. Learn some manners. If anything, you should have helped her. That ain't what you did. And no one called you. So you drive up and down the street looking for black people to fucking accost. That's what it adds up to. Want to know where some other criminals at? Because I could tell you. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I think. But that doesn't matter either. What matters is this where the shit hit the road. This where the rubber meets the road. And the sad thing is I tried to warn you like I do others. What is it about you guys and warnings? What is it about you guys and warnings? Oh, I know. I'm just a nigga. Fuck that nigga, huh? Fuck that nigga. I know how you think. Fuck that nigga. I find that acceptable. Acceptable. But there's still where the rubber meets the road. You need to explain this. You need to explain this. And you also need to explain why you found it okay to the point of just insulting a spokesman to walk off and not even hear black people's position as he passed himself off as being black, knowing full damn well. But again, that's neither here or there either. So let's get back to democracy with your lying ass. You don't have a democracy here. You don't have a democracy here. I don't know what you have here. You have to, well, I don't know yet because it's still in, it was built again in the last 4-5 years, then we're after, we after you. We after you. It can't stand. Because again, what is the next plan? What is the plan to get the remainder of the black houses? Remainder of the black land. What is the plan? We already watched them in action. In action. Straight thievery. In action. And what was Harris County? Helping them steal. In fact, they organized the theft. They organized questions only waste time. You should not ask yourself, for example, what I will strike, who I will strike. You should only concern yourself with, I am going to strike. If you do that, you might make it out. But if you do them other two things, you're wasting time and you almost guaranteeing I will hit the target. And the target, once again, is the big pickle. It's too bad I'm gonna have to walk on on these other folks' backs to get to him. But I don't mind at all. That ain't none of this shit right. This is not gonna go away. It's not gonna get better. No, someone's gonna get hurt. And we know that he is fully capable of doing what he said he gonna do. You don't have to see the rooftops. You simply don't have to see them. Maybe you can live in the attic. if you're one of 2-story houses. But you don't have to see the rooftop. You don't have to be able to stand on your patio. You don't have to be able to do any of that. And like I said, you should, I'm fully capable of doing such mean shit. Are they coming up with these salaries? None of my business again. Yet. But as of now, it ain't my business. But you even saying that we got to suffer more because we want to make sure these people are paid. Even if it busts the budget, we don't care. We shall be taking the money. Even though it's sinking the city, my check is fat. That's some kind of loyalty, ain't it? That's some kind of loyalty to the city or the state or the country. We're going to help to sink it under our salaries. That, look, you guys are weird. Not Gabriel. You're not going to make it. So don't try that one. But the Bible says that what you have done to the least of them, that means black people, okay, ain't nobody lower than black people in this society. What you have done to the least of them, sir, you have done to me. So now I'm going to have to break your ass up a little bit. I'm going to have to adjust your attitude. Because once again, you ain't going to do shit that make me look helpless. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Can you see my fingers? Face. It just as sure as you set it up, you will pay. Are you understanding this? Because this isn't personal. It's really not. You're not going to set up these dichotomies in any kind of way. In no kind of way. I'm not your fucking equal. They your equal. I'm not your equal. And whether you want to admit this or not, I am above you, looking down at you. You need to understand this. I'm looking down at you. Sometimes like a predator bird, as you say. I'm figuring out which one of you I should fit. All of it, drugs, displacement, crime, lack of jobs, lack of housing, lack of resources for social services, all brought to you by Democrats that you voted 60 years for. And this is where you wind up with them casting you out in favor of another race. And we can't put it any other way. We can't put it any other way. So those who find no discernible difference when I think about it. I can't. I don't know what you mean. You mean that I sit back and I look at what the problems is, who's doing what, and I specifically go after them? And that makes me a predator. But I don't argue the point because I can see how you could see that. I could see how you could come to that conclusion. He acts like a predator. Of course, I'm surrounded by other predators. What am I supposed to act like, a fucking foodstuff? You are making me look bad. You are supposed to be ahead of me, brain. Ahead of me. At least by 30 words. Stop it. Damn. Got me having to use my own words and forcing me to use double negatives. Ain't nothing wrong with them, but they just don't sound right. A juxtaposition of the positions. Get out of here. Get out of here. You make me sound like a high schooler. Get out of here. You leave. I love you, but you bring in the other one. Stay 30 heads. Stay 30 words ahead of me, okay, sir? Can you do that? Can you do your job that he wouldn't do? On the Sahara over in Africa, he had on his walls many mounts, bighorn sheep, grizzly bears, Kodiak bears, you name it, he got it. But one day he decided that he was missing a lion. Bless his heart. So he went to the Sahara to get himself a lion. I was rooting for him. I'm lying. But I like to say I was rooting for him just to make the story sound good. He grabbed his rifle, he grabbed his plane tickets, and he grabbed his other two, which are much safer. So he decides he's gonna follow the tracks of the lion. Like he really believed he was a big game hunter. So him and his crew, two other partners, one of them have a camera, and the other one, I guess, is just along for the ride. Okay, along for the ride. So there's the lion, 200 yards off, and they stalking the lion. Somewhere in this, they lose the lion, and they get terrified because it was at that very moment that they knew that they were fucked. They got the binoculars. First shot missed. Second shot hit him in the shoulder. After that, he was a dead man. And so was his cameraman. Dead, dead, dead. Mauled to death. Ripped apart and spread like jelly. That's what I mean. Hunter hunted. It was fair. It was fair. The best we can do is take our hats and to give a salute and say he died doing what he liked to do. See? This is what I mean, hunter hunted. And this is where it all changes. You've been set up. Getting your ass out. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Source, I am one. I am source, I am seven, I am one. Got me confused.